All right. Welcome back, everyone. Well, welcome. It's been a while. I know
Woo
you guys
woo.
haven't seen us. I mean, we have a life, so I'm sorry. We can't. uh, Life happened and COVID happened. As you guys all know, cases are going up, which means, if I was actually thinking about this, guys, in Indiana, I think a couple weeks ago, or I don't know what the numbers are right now. A couple of weeks ago, I think there were close to 3,000 cases a day, and just at that level, I think it's just a matter of time when you get infected or when you kind of contract this virus.
Agreed.
So I said that only because I ended up getting COVID, um, and with with the with that, everybody in my house kind of ended up getting it. Everyone's fine, alhamdulillah. So we're all good. But we're back. We wanted to get together and talk. It's just timing and all that. We haven't been able to kind of meet and do this. But you know, just kind of there's so much going on in the world, and we have so much to talk about. But we thought it'll be good for us to kind of get into something that we're like been thinking about a lot, and it's kind of hype right now. Is the fact that with the new PS5 coming in, and some of our friends, are like wannabe streamers and gamers. Some of them maybe are already, but the whole hype about the everybody wanting that PS5, and there's so many TikToks around it and Snapchats and whatnot, and then that got us thinking. Is like, okay, that's not the only case with PS5. That essentially happens with every time a new iPhone comes out, or every time there's a new thing or new trend or new drink from Starbucks. Like, there's this need for everyone to just get on that bandwagon and like want that thing, whether they can afford it or not. And we thought maybe this is a good time for us to kind of talk about what is consumer culture, what is that, the Supreme culture. Like, I don't know if you guys know that Supreme brand. They're like selling bricks, just actual bricks with Supreme on it, with like
hmm
thousands and thousands of
Isn't that
dollars.
isn't
And
there
people,
isn't there I think isn't there like a Netflix episode on, or I think there's
yeah,
one of the
that's where
documentaries, right?
yeah, I
That
think
that
that's where I
talks
got
about
that from.
how he started with the guy who kind of the inventor of Supreme was just like, hey, let's make this, and now it's a collaboration with really anything you can think of, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's a red and white logo that has it plastered, and that inflates the value of that same product. Without it,
yeah.
it might be selling at $100, but with that red and white logo, it goes up to like 1,000 automatically.
Yep. Yeah. So why is that? Why? Like, Taku, tell us, why is that? What is that? What's the reason behind it?
When I was in Japan, I went to a Supreme store and they had a separate piece. So you know when you go to a retail shop, I'm sorry, I got my hand. It's my first time I'm doing it like this. When I got my, so when I went to the store, um, you know how you go to Walmart and you see Nike hoodie, black, and you have 50 of them in the rack. In the
Yeah.
Supreme store, they have one rack, and every single item of those 50 were different. So it's the
It's okay. We know your
exclusivity
fob. We know what you mean.
um of the product, right? So it's like, right, like you're actually doing one out of one. Or
hmm
you know how Ferraris only make 300 cars and they're limited editions about something special about them. And it kind of sparks that want, or like that special, that you're the only one in the world that has owned it. Like the shirt that I have, I think there was like literally 15 of them made ever, like by Supreme, that they did a collab by with a Moroccan textile company, where they have like the Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, our Prophet's logo, and then it has Supreme written on it and everything like that.
And you
That was very
bought
like
it?
how
unique as
much was a
shit for
shirt?
me, bro.
How much was a shirt?
It was $120.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
what was the reason for you to buy that? Was it because it was unique, or was it because it had Supreme on
Both. It was unique. It had a Supreme logo, and then it also
So
meant that in Supreme, there's not that many. Like they don't do that stuff like that. Like
You can't
especially
okay,
get
with
it.
that
You can't get it
company,
again.
and with that
so
written in Arabic and on a shirt, which Supreme already is known for its exclusive brand and stuff, and like whatever they do with their product, and
yeah.
like you kind of single that out, bro, and it's only 120 bucks. Like I'd even pay like about 250 for it. I wouldn't mind paying that
So
much
what's the
for it
highest
because
you're willing? What's the highest you're willing to pay for that shirt? Just a simple shirt with the
250.
logo on it.
Yeah, I
That's the
that's what I'm
highest you'll
saying.
go.
I think so. In my book, in my dictionary, if I wanted a shirt that really that bad, and if I had everything on it that the factors and stuff, I think 250 is good for it. But I'm saying I'm
Right.
not the only one. Like we're only talking about my
Right.
experience,
No,
right?
no, no,
No,
no.
no,
Yeah,
no,
Right,
no,
right,
you're
no.
right.
not. You're not.
But
This is actually that's what the culture is right
But
now.
right,
for you to get it, it's more about the exclusive
correct,
one-off collection piece. It's not,
correct.
you're not looking at it just as a shirt. If you're
No,
looking at it just from a shirt's perspective,
right.
then you could go down to, you know,
Old Navy and get a
Old
shirt
Navy
like
and
that. Yeah.
buy five blank shirts and you're okay
Right.
with it.
But
But
I'm
for you,
saying
it's
that
that
I didn't
that
buy the shirt that only said Supreme on it. Like I don't
you
care
just have the
about
whole
Mm.
that.
design. You were
You know
about the
how
design, the
like
art.
exactly the design related with me.
Yeah.
And the only thing is that there wasn't anything made like that ever, right? By that brand. And that's the only reason that I paid that much for it was because of that. If you wanted
Yeah.
to tell me that, pay me $120 for a black t-shirt that says Supreme on it, like I wouldn't give two fucks about that shirt. Honestly, I
Right.
wouldn't buy it.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. Yeah.
just
No, no.
the whole
So
factor of it.
why do people want to buy it? Like why is our culture is such now that people are
Well, it's
willing
not
to pay
that
that amount?
it's not the culture I think anymore. It's the new trend with the
Mhm.
newer generation, with new millennial. Like everybody wants to follow the trend. Whatever pops up on social media, whatever gets more attention, people want to follow that. That's the generation we live in. It's not the culture at all. Because if it was a culture, then everybody around the world could afford a Supreme shirt, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's the trend. If you're like even the brokest people these days, they want to buy these products just so they can
Right.
look better.
Right.
Like they,
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I heard a
yeah,
saying, just because you can buy it doesn't mean you can afford it.
Right.
exactly,
Mhm.
And
absolutely. Yep, that's a
that's
good
so
saying.
strong, right?
And
I mean,
uh,
it goes down. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
no, go ahead. I mean, like it's kind of like there's another saying that you shouldn't believe everything you see on social media, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, where people can be wearing all of these clothes, have the nicest things just because of the trend, whatever is like popular these days. But at the end of the day, they might be just borrowing it, just to show, just to show the world that they possess what
Right.
other people have. So I don't think it's
Yeah.
a
No.
So,
culture. I think it's a trend.
No. I think when you look at and one of my the I guess I have a different perspective because I've kind of worked with some of my clients that are kind of retailers, right? And the way they target their audience is they kind of have two streams, right? They have a audience or the customer segment that's more on the, well, this product is an evolutionary and it's a life changing product, right? It's going to help me on a day to day basis. And then you have another aspect of it where it's build up this hype with the social media and the platforms that are out there, and we need to get this as much as possible because we're going to have people just going to click and buy, right?
Hmm.
So I think you still have people, right? If you look at it from, I think we can kind of attest to it. Technology is one of those good examples, right? People, I think all four of us, if we possess a product, which whether it's a new phone, a new tablet, laptop, game console, we're going to best utilize it and experience and take it to its full experience, right? Some people, on the contrary, it's like, well, I have an iPhone just because for the logo. Well, are you using
Yeah.
it for any other things, anything else? Are you taking pictures on it? Are you using it for work? Are you doing what it's meant to do for? Or are you just strictly doing it for, I got an Apple logo on the back of that, and now it shows as a status symbol, right? So you kind of have
Oh,
two,
that's right. We're putting a status symbol. Yep.
right? So you kind of have the two segments, and same thing goes with the Supreme side of it, right? Tark's a consumer that he kind of looked at it from an artistic standpoint for that shirt,
yeah.
right? Whereas, a good example for us is when we went to Europe, we went to Milan and we went to those Armani stores and those. Remember, You had people just coming in without even looking at it, without trying anything on. It's just like at it, and we're talking these are thousands and
Mm-hmm.
thousands of euros a pop, right? And we're over here just window shopping.
Yep.
And you had people coming from all parts of the world, and it's just like this, buy. And next thing you know, they're and leaving those
Mm-hmm.
stores with just bags and bags of stuff. I mean, God knows how much that could be. But again, I think it's for them it could be, hey, I like the luxury brand, it's good for me, or is it more about, hey, I have it, so now I can leave the store with 2 bags of Armani to say I'm a big baller, right?
So Shri, I have a question for you, and it's kind of ties to what you said, but it also does not. So you're like a huge Apple. So let me kind of preface that by saying that like I'm not so like I'm
Just say you're
I'm
not a
not like
sheep.
these guys. I'm
Just
not
say it.
like
Just say it.
Tariq, Sri, and
I'm not a
Qasim
fucking sheep.
We're
in
not a
terms
sheep.
of like
I
when it
hate
comes to
Apple.
technology,
Fuck Apple.
when it comes to when it comes to technology, when it comes to
Return that phone.
uh getting things and in term no things that I enjoy. In other words, I'm cheap as fuck. Okay. So, but Shri, on the other hand, has and Qasim same way with Galaxy. If there's a new Galaxy or if there's a new Apple, well, in a week or two, both of these guys gonna have it. And I want to
Or
know. And if the phone is functioning, it's perfectly fine.
or
You're
I can
still gonna
wait for
go
my
get it.
friend to drop my phone in the water so he can get your new one.
That's an alternative too.
So, and I'm gonna come to Tariq for this too because I know he's like he's an expert in this field. So Shri, tell me first, like what makes you wanna get that new phone, even though the current phone you have
Yeah.
works perfectly fine.
So for me, it's I use my phone now. I mean, I'd say if you look at it, besides like, taking out my work computer and everything else, my phone is kind of my go-to, right? I do everything on it, whether it's, watching YouTube videos, browsing on social media, checking emails, taking pictures. I mean, this thing pretty much is doing everything, right? I mean, maintaining
Your
my
old phone was
finances.
too. Your old
Old
phone
phone
was
is
too.
too, right? So for me to get that new one and to be up to date is to say, okay, if even if there's that little small feature that they update. For me, I'm a big photographer. I like to take photos, right? So every
Mhm.
year there's a camera improvement, and those improvements that happen, I could justify myself investing in that, right? I look at it as an investment because guess what? When I'm spending that extra money on it, and if I'm upgrading every year, I know I'm going to use the maximum potential of that phone. So when it comes for that next one to drop, I'm ready for those next set of features.
Okay, so why
Um,
do you have to get it within a week of its coming out?
So it's okay. So for that part, I'll tell you. That's been part of the Apple upgrade program.
so
Trend.
per
So
Trend.
so
no,
personal.
let me take that back. It's part. I get this a lot. It's not anything new. Apple has an upgrade program where you sign up for, and you
Why'd you
pretty
sign up
much,
for it?
because it's for me. I don't want the hassle of buying one outright, then selling it on eBay or a third party marketplace, and then buying another one and then paying the difference. I rather give my old one, get another one. As simple as that. It's
Yeah, and
like a lease.
I'm asking you all these questions because I'm trying to see if you think there's a psychological control that Apple may have over you, aka you
No,
being a sheep where you have to go get that shit right
no,
away as soon as it comes out.
no.
Even though that he's
I get it.
denying it,
I
I
get it.
definitely think that Apple does have a certain control
It's
over
not.
him.
It's not getting it right away. It's been the whole process that it's an every year. Every year, it's like a trend, right? This is one of the few
It's
things I
tradition
splurge
now.
on,
It's tradition.
right? And it's a tradition, right? Exactly, right? So for
God.
me, when these phones come out, it's not like I have to wake up at
Tradition
4 a.m.
means Apple has fucked me, and I will pay you how much ever money you're making it a new device
I'm not.
for.
I'm not.
And even
It's been
if
a
a
set. It's
small
been a set
feature is
payment.
being introduced, I will get my gun rubbed to pay for that feature. That is what tradition
Did
means,
you did
Tree.
you not
Yes.
get the
Let
new
me
phone?
clear that up for you, bro. Apple's got you, bro. That's what I'm
Hey,
saying, that
it's
Apple's got this.
but everyone has that one thing that they splurge on. Let's be
No, not
honest.
everyone, Sri. Not
Not
everyone.
everyone. Not
No,
everyone.
Not everyone
You
no.
has the
don't have
freedom
one
to
thing that you
even.
splurge on.
Not the
Nothing.
consumer, not like a materialistic, like a thing you buy and pay money for, like that.
Yeah, it
Me
doesn't
neither.
have
And,
to be
and
materialistic. It could be an experience
but
too.
that's what
It
we're
could be one
talking
thing.
about, right? That's what we're talking about.
But you're
We
still if
big
you do an
the
experience, you're
big
still a
media
consumer to them.
company, the big media IT companies have us by the balls. We are the sheep, and that's the
Oh my
reality.
god.
Whether it's Apple, whether it's
Sony,
your Galaxy,
PS5.
or whether it's and Taku's interest is so wide range. Like this
He
dude,
just splurges.
if
It just goes
if
poop poop
he
poop poop.
listen to this dude, if he sees a new graphic cards, like this dude, like
Yeah,
he's gonna be like, I'm gonna go get
I
it.
w-
It
so
just
let
came
me
out.
I
He's
let
gonna
me
wouldn't say
go.
that his thing is like really widespread. I just think he has a really small attention span.
so let me walk you let me
I
thinking about that, right?
yeah.
Thinking about that brings an interesting point. Within the last like 4 months, we've seen the trend of Tariq Khan as a consumer evolved. Went from buying graphics card to buying
RC
Jordans
cars,
to buying
RC cars,
Kyrie Irving shoes to buying a PlayStation 5 to buying a new
headphones,
monster, a
headphones,
monster, or not a monster. What are you?
Headphones,
RC
headphones.
car, RC car,
RC
new
car.
headphones. I mean, we're talking a vertical. If I'm a tech
Oh,
company or any type of a
coloring book.
team, huh? Coloring book. Yeah,
Color.
there you go. So you think of it.
Shout out.
If I'm a retailer or business, and if I have a consumer like Tarek,
You need a
man, it's
tooth like
made.
him.
It's
No.
made, man.
Can I justify what I'm thinking about? Like why I'm doing
Tell
that?
us. I want to know. Yeah, yeah. I want
Okay.
to know what's going on.
Oh,
So
Because
I
you're
forgot. I
sorry.
forgot the bag
Before you
too.
say this, this is like your typical American consumer.
Consumer.
yeah,
Tariq
I
is.
agree.
So
I agree.
I wanna know what's going on in this head of
Listen,
yours.
America is the largest. I think has like so much people splurge on stupid shit, and America is like up here and rest of the world is down here. So I definitely agree. I'm the motherfucker that's like spending it up here. But to justify it, like the graphics cards I returned and I didn't see any value in that.
Right.
Because
Good.
it was expensive and I didn't need it, and I was beginning my stance in the streaming world, and I quickly gave up after 2 days of realizing that I'm not good at a streamer and that I should follow my strong suits instead of becoming a gamer or streamer. So that is why I quickly, did that. And headphones is because these were $120 off. So this
I
is
don't
another
want
this is
no
another
no.
thing on
Price. We
Black
don't want price
Friday.
tag.
Don't
On
Price
Black
tag.
Friday,
Price tag.
it's like sheep. Come eat. I have Hans for you, right? Like it's
No
like I have
no.
Chada for you. Come eat
But
my like food, and it's a thing. It's a market. So I'm like,
It's a
oh my
trap.
god.
It's a trap. It's a
So
trap.
so
it's a
I bought
trap.
these headphones because I will be on the plane for the next 6 months starting
Right.
July,
Right.
and I need
So
noise canceling.
no,
And the
no, I don't
same,
want you to justify your buying. I want you to tell us what goes on in your head that makes you want to be like, I want that graphic card. Like
literally
right there, right
because
then.
I need these headphones. That is why I bought them.
No,
And
no, no.
Fujimi. It's called
When you
Fujimi
bought the
like an inch.
graphics.
when I bought the graphics card because I needed the graphics card to play the game.
Okay. So your justification at the
So
time of
you're
buying it was
Everything is a need for me. Like if there's
no.
even
There's not
no,
nothing
I
of
I
what.
understand it's not a necessity for me to live, but if I'm trying to accomplish something and I need something, that's the only way that I'm gonna buy something. It's not
okay.
I'm buying something just because I want to waste it or I just want to have it just for the fun of it. I don't do that shit. I had the 10s Max, like the iPhone. It's 2 years, 3 years old almost. And I don't care about buying a brand new iPhone every time it comes out. The why I needed this because of the new feature that came out with the whole like literally it's like
Widgets.
Antonio Brown
Widgets.
catching an 80-yard touchdown and him just throwing shit out of his butt and throwing it at the crowd means he's throwing shit. That's how the iPhone camera is. Like it literally is throwing shit at other cameras. So that's why I needed that for
Welcome to the sheep culture, sir.
no.
I'm glad.
I needed that for my trip
I think
that I'm
Samsung
doing.
phone's way better than iPhone.
Why were
So hold
all of
on.
you guys getting mad at me about my justification on it?
I'm not
I
getting
splurge
mad.
on one thing every
This
year,
is
man.
no.
I'm
So
not mad. I'm
this
just saying that you're buying it every year and labeling it as tradition means you're a fucking sheep, not like
Sheep.
just because it's a
Oh my
tradition.
God.
So hold on,
I'm
let's
saying
let's
I'm
listen.
justifying it to the other bands. Go ahead, AC.
But by the way, the goal of these questions were not for you guys to justify your buying,
Spending.
spending
Right.
habits. This was more like let's figure out, because if we can figure out what's going on in our head, then we can step back and look at what's going on in our society and the culture as a wider. Because I honestly feel like there's definitely some psychological impact to this kind of behavior that we are seeing amongst ourselves as well as the people around us. So, Q, tell us, why do you buy a Galaxy when it comes out? Why do you have to have it? Why does it have to be fucking red?
Red's one of my favorite colors, so I don't care about that. That's just for my appearances. But I buy usually a Galaxy phone because they actually come out with a lot of different new features every year that actually mean a lot to me.
Mm-hmm.
So, like this past year, I bought the Note 10 because the S Pen to take pictures, but putting your phone away and acting like a timer, which I need because I knew we were gonna do WB4U. So, so for me, all this shit matters. It all comes in, and like my thing is, it's like a whole eco thing for me. Like, right, I have a Samsung TV, so I need the new phone because it ties in with the technology, mirroring and all that stuff. So that's about it.
So
Apple,
why does it have to be that week or a month it comes out? Why can it
it,
wait a year or two?
I usually wait like 4 months.
Okay. But you
For
have a
me,
functioning
waiting
phone.
for me, you getting one, it doesn't matter. I mean, why getting it launched there, waiting 2 months? I'm gonna get
Yeah.
it, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like I'm fighting like with what everyone's doing right now with these consoles, right? I'm not like,
Yeah.
trying to pay
Oh yeah,
over. I'm
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 paying
Okay.
retail and
So
I'm paying retail only, right?
yeah. So okay, now I think that's a good segue. Like why do you guys think people are wanting this PS5 like that? So like right now, right?
Because of the anticipation that they build up, they have a launch
Yeah.
event that they share every single feature of, and then they share the new fucking games, and they look cool as fuck, man. And I want it. I want it right
Where's yours
away.
at?
Wait,
What
I
day?
want
did
to
You
you
just
not
got
get
experience
it?
it
it right
today?
away.
I thought you got it today. Did you not get it today?
No, man. BJ's is fucking with me. They just said that the shipping label has been created. It hasn't shipped.
Oh, dude,
I don't
somebody
have
was
it yet.
telling me. Somebody was telling me that like you can buy it whenever you buy it from the website, but then you end up
Yeah.
not getting the
So
Yeah.
physical.
Cole,
That's been
Cole's
happening. That's
Cole's
what happened to like 5, 6 of my other friends. They got their orders canceled from Kohl's.
Yeah.
I
So,
originally got it canceled from Target because I pre-ordered it.
mhm.
Damn.
That
But
I
out
sucks.
of
mean,
all
but
the
at least I think Amazon in like England, they had an inside job. They like people
Oh,
stole
that's
like close
going.
to 500 consoles.
Wow.
Wow. Yo,
they
Taku, but
stole?
yeah.
Yeah, so like you know how like, now you have Prime that delivers? Like they knew that
Yeah.
these were PlayStations. So
Oh,
Oh
they
my
just stole them.
god.
they would fake them and say it's delivered and the guy opens the package and he's like, "What the hell? I didn't order an Instapot."
Oh wow.
Yo,
Man.
how long did the last PS4? How long has it been since the last PS4 came out?
It's
7
been four or
years.
five, 7 years.
7 years.
Oh
7
Yeah.
wow.
years.
So yeah,
It's been
there's
a
Wow.
long time.
yeah. So like
That's what
that's
I'm trying to tell
different.
you. That's why it's
Uh,
been building up. It's
What
not
so
something
here
that comes out just like every 2 years. It's been that long. Like consoles don't come out that often, bro. And
Right.
they actually match and collaborate with each other now. Xbox and PS5s are friends now. Like
Oh
we don't shit
nice.
on each other. So like they're actually sharing. There's games like Call of Duty that are coming out with Xbox people can play with PS5. So
Yeah.
it's like a whole community, gaming community getting built. What I'm saying is that
Yeah.
like 7 years, you
That's a long
play
time.
the PS4 and then you come out with the new console. Of course you're gonna see the demand, like, and you're gonna do a launch event to show all the new features, and then like, you're introducing all these new games
So
and like.
do these companies not think about their demand and kind of do production based on that?
So like
No,
Shri was
they
saying, I think Shri is a really good man for this because I mean, he knows that he's told me that Apple's got that shit down to the T because they deal with demand issues every year. And PS5, after 7 years, you do something like that, you can't fucking tell, man, how much it's
You
gonna come
can
in.
I mean you could definitely forecast. I think the execution where it failed for them, just kind of reading all these articles and stuff with both Microsoft and PlayStation, is you have ways that people are kind of just bypassing and cutting through and are trying to create the secondary market, right?
Like
Where
yourself.
I'm not gonna admit I didn't do it. I definitely did it. I got lucky. I bought one and then I flipped it. But I was one in one. I was like, hey, it is what it is. I'm done. But I mean, as you can see, there are people out there. If you go on eBay, I mean, that are selling this same console
Yeah.
for 4 times as much as what it cost, and people are willing to
Yeah.
pay for it. Is the interesting
Guys,
part, right?
Yeah.
So,
I just feel like
and
this is
that's one thing that I wish, these corporations like Sony, even the Walmarts and Microsoft would take a look at it, is like, okay, if I were to sell that for $1,000, like I did, the extra 500 I made, that's going to me. Sony didn't get
what about you
anything out
sold
of
yours
it.
already?
Oh yeah, you didn't know that?
yeah.
Yeah.
He flipped it. He flipped it for
That's
freaking
smart.
$500 more.
I just realized that be 40 years old when they come out with PS6. If they're
It's
coming out
okay,
Maybe
every
your
Queen.
kids,
It's
7
okay.
years.
maybe the little kids will be
Your
playing
kids
it.
can play.
Yeah.
So I
Damn, 40 years
do you
old,
guys
man.
think this will have an impact on us, or is it having an impact on us? Because sometimes I feel like I'm gonna be honest, dude. I'm gonna put my shit out there. Like in certain things, you just kind of being consumed by social media. You feel the FOMO. You feel like, fuck, I want that, and I don't want. Like you feel that I want to be there. I want to do this. I want to try this. And I think same thing is happening with these products, these PS5s or iPhones and stuff. Like, what do you guys feel like it's doing something to us in the long run, like psychologically?
I have a confession.
Jealous.
So I don't really care about, like, I didn't before, like, I knew the PS5 was coming out, and I was like, I'm gonna get a PS5, man. Of course, that's a no brainer, right? But
Yeah.
I saw all these other motherfuckers get it before me, right? And then I'm
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? Like, where's my shit at? You know? So I wanted it more. And then I saw
Yeah.
another friend get it. And then I wanted it more. And then I saw another friend buy it and then flip it for more money. And then I'm like, oh, I wanted more. Should I just pay for that? Or should I not? So that actually, I'm
You're
already
willing to
I'm
pay
already
over?
a shopaholic, I feel like. And now,
Now
like, people are
you're chasing that feeling of like
getting it.
that
That
Yeah.
instant, that
yeah.
first
Yeah.
tier of opening it up, right? I want to
Yeah.
be on that latest and play it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely felt like that's done
No, I
that
mean,
to me.
and it's one thing.
I
Like I
need
said, besides the Apple splurge that I do every year on my phones, other than that, anything I'm buying, one thing I've kind of learned as a lesson in life is, and I'm kind of trying to push this a lot on Tari too. I don't know, it's working. It's slowly
I don't think
working,
it's working. No, it's not working. It's not
but
working.
it's to evaluate a need versus a want. Whenever you look at something, you take a
Yeah,
step back and you look at what's a need versus a want.
I think about that every time I
And
buy something now.
once you do that, once you take a step back and think of that simple question, I think majority of the times for me, I can justify, I need to walk away
So
from this, right?
what if the definition of need is is
Well,
like
it's and that's the
this
thing. That's the thing you have to understand. Like what in your definition, what is a need? For me, a need is something that's a necessity, that's a dependency on
food,
of my day-to-day
water.
function, right? Uh, having not having an Xbox work, for example, for me, that's not I don't qualify that as a need for me, right? That's a nice
Yeah.
want. But a phone, I can justify that as a need because I do a lot more with it on a day in day out
Yeah.
basis, right? But like,
Yeah.
new jerseys or new shirts and things like that, sure, they're great. I want it, but I don't need it because I'm not going anywhere with it, right?
Yeah. I honestly feel like, and maybe I think after you guys give me your thoughts on this, we can kind of wrap this up. But I feel I think I have a little bit of an explanation as to why it's happening at the level it's happening in our society right now. So there's a there. Do you guys know what Maslow's hierarchy of needs are? It's a it's like a, it's basically what I think he's a psychologist or
Like
something.
food,
Yeah,
and
it's used in it's
then
a
Yeah, yeah,
it's
the
used
yeah,
in
Maslow
marketing.
hierarchy of needs. So
That's how
like
the
you're,
marketing.
yeah. So like we have, the bottom tier of this pyramid are your basic, the shelter, the safety, and the food, and all of that. And then we get into this top layer, which is steam, and I don't know what the final one is, but those are more like abstract needs. Like the bottom three are like, your safety, your shelter, and your food. We all have that. Majority of the people who lives in states have that, and
mm-hmm.
those are like physical needs. But when we get into this top tier, right, we get into these abstract needs where we can't really put a finger to it. We have to find it just through, it's all in our head and our brain. So I feel like with and the companies and the marketing firms and all these guys kind of got this shit figured out to the T. They know that we are, as a society, are in a stage in our life where we don't know who we are. We are looking for that steam, like that like, what is our worth? What makes us like feel good? What fulfill our lives? And they're just kind of tapping that. They're tapping into it, and they're making us feel like the products that are selling is gonna make us feel worth. It's gonna make us feel fulfilled, and they're gonna keep pushing it and pushing it, and I feel like there's gonna be a time when we're not gonna be able to meet our these needs, these abstract needs as a society, and it's gonna be the end of the civilization as we know it, because there has to be a reset. Like we thought, this whole COVID thing, I feel like it's a reset, but in more so of a like the social norms and whatnot. But it's kind of made us more fucked up in the head when it comes to these like psychological needs that we have, these abstract emotional needs, because we're so secluded and alone. So that's where I think we're headed, and that's what the explanation that I could come up with the way things are. I don't know. What do you guys think?
That's pretty tight, AC. But I mean,
I
you're
know.
saying that if people are emotionally, don't want anything, and then in the end it'll be like chaos. Uh,
I mean, I like, you see it, right? You see
yeah,
the
But
depression, the anxiety, the
it brings
suicide
it.
rate.
Yeah, there's a lot of side effects. I feel like it does bring it. I
Yeah.
completely
no,
agree
and
with you.
I think
Man, people are can't leave their
Here you're
Shit.
houses,
breaking
dog.
up. Say
Shit.
that again.
God damn.
I said that people are just staying at home. They're scared of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
They're just buying shit for no freaking reason because they have nothing else to do.
Oh no, no, no. Let's not
That's
point
about it.
fingers at anybody.
Do you guys have any recommendation? How, like, what do you guys normally do when you felt like, fuck, he got it, now I gotta have it? Did you do anything about it, or you just gave in and bought
Not, yeah, man.
did
I
you
went to
see him? Did you see
Walmart.com and I
him?
tried to buy
Did
it
you did you
right
see
away.
him? Did you see him get in all these chats and just kind of just like,
it?
man,
Yeah,
my
got
life
it. I got it.
sucks. My
Got
life
Yeah,
sucks. And then with
Yeah.
at
No,
what was it on
my
Sunday? You
favorite
got it
my
at 2:30.
it definitely had an.
my favorite was
It
this
built up
Snapchat.
my anticipation for sure. Like even
Yeah.
me not trying it every time, and I'm failing. Every time I failed, I'm like, oh my god, really? Okay, this is not good. Let me go
Oh
chase it
man,
more.
I feel if I'm if I if any businesses are looking for a kind of like a market researcher, please put this guy in your team. He was
Well, the
definitely
tight thing
gonna
was
fail
tight thing
Bro,
was when
70% of your.
Tarek Tarek on his each snap when he was like, "Oh, I got these headphones, $340." Next snap, I
Yeah.
got these headphones, $340. Oh, are those headphones tight? Yeah, they're $340. Oh, what about these headphones? Yeah, man, the bass.
Price
How
tag.
do you like it?
Price
Three hundred
tag.
forty dollars. And then next thing he makes a post, he's like, "Oh, I got it for a deal, $319."
Bro, so hold on. All of you guys are pretty much my best friends. Have I ever been a price tag or show off how much something is and try to like flaunt it? I never do that.
Yes.
I never do that. When? When? I was like, I accidentally probably said it when I was recording the snap, and I shouldn't have put that
You
on the
can't
story
accidentally
for
say
sure.
it
You
four
said it
times.
multiple
Yeah,
times,
you said it four
buddy.
times.
Yeah, you can't say it accidentally four times.
No, but
No,
I mean
but I
the
don't think
just
I don't think you're the guy that flexes on, hey, I've just got a,
no,
No,
$50,000 car sitting in my
no,
lot, in my garage. I
No,
got a
no. I
yeah,
don't
two
care
hundred and
about
fifty
that.
dollar pair of
no, nothing
shoes,
like
or
that. You get
no,
you
no.
Now I
get
was giving
hype about
consumer
something.
advice to all my Snapchat users that hey, these value headphones, $340. They're
They're worth
awesome.
$340.
They
Yeah,
have a lot of bass in them.
right.
I bet they kill
just
your. Oh, never
just
mind.
a FYI, dude. If you guys got ear problems or you think you got some wax built up, put those headphones, listen to one song, you'll be good.
They'll be out.
I couldn't fall asleep. I mean, it took me a minute to fall asleep after trying those because it was like rattling right here. It went to my jawline almost.
What
Well,
are they?
I mean,
Taku, give people the name. I'm
The
sure they're
Crusher
wondering what are.
ANCs, guys. Another consumer culture advice from WB4U as we wrap up, because we are
Yeah.
over the time limit. AC, you wanna, or Q, you wanna share your last thoughts, and Shri, you wanna share your last thoughts?
I'm good. Go ahead, Shree.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's like we all talked about. I think it's everyone kind of has their own way of buying things and justifying what their money is spent towards. And all I have to say, if I have to kind of give any advice or anything like that from that standpoint, is always, for me, it's been beneficial to use that need versus want, right? To just keep that in mind. So if you're making those decisions, right, for me, it's helped me a lot and grow over time to say, hey, is this something really I need it right now, or can I wait for it, right? So,
Yeah.
and it helps.
Yep. Yeah, it does. For
Helps the
me,
wallet, man.
I'm just like, if I'm feeling some type of way, if I'm feeling the FOMO, I know the root cause of that is social media. So I stay the fuck away from social media. I
You're
recommend
different. You're different.
you all
You're
do
the
the same.
consumer that no one targets, I feel.
I'm not a sheep, bro. Fuck these Apple. Fuck these big companies. I
Look
Well,
at
don't want to
this.
deal with them. I'm
The
not a
guy
sheep.
the guy who's saying
he
he's
is
not a
he's
sheep,
a
but he
sheep for
has a
Jim though. He's a sheep
that's
for
what I'm
Jim.
saying.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
I
saying. And he's
yeah. Everybody has
and
their own
he's he
product. His product is with Jim.
exactly. Just because a
yeah.
gym, you don't take a gym in your pocket. An experience is that you're still a
Yeah,
consumer
You
to
can't
the
you
gym.
can't compare your
How?
obsession with Apple with me going to gym.
no,
Those are
yes you can.
completely
Yes you
different.
can. No, it's
You're
not.
No,
paying
you
forty
AC, they're
dollars
cannot.
fucking with you,
for
Yeah.
bro.
the
Jose,
They're
pandemic.
jamming up the
hold on,
boxes. Show them the boxes on your stomach. Show them the
hold on.
boxes on your stomach.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you want me to show the boxes on my stomach?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but dude. Okay, what benefit are you getting from buying a newest Apple product?
Making my life easier.
Get the fuck out of here. The existing phone you had would have made your life just as
No, it
easier as it was
wasn't. My
this one.
battery was
So
dying
what?
on the old
You
one.
had like
I
few more pixels in your pictures?
I agree.
Yeah.
So
I
wait a
look at me
okay.
now. Look at
I'm
how
gonna get
good I
shoes
bet I
back for a
look.
second. I'm gonna get shoes back. So why don't you just sit back at home and fucking work out instead of going
Exactly.
to
Why
the
don't you go pick rocks like Tariq Khan said?
That's actually a
The
good
I
point
would.
too.
No, I would. No. Here's no. I would.
Pick up
I
rocks.
would
Go
if it
pick up
comes down to
rocks.
that. If it
Yeah.
comes down to that, I would do that.
But
But at
that's
the end of the
yeah.
day, what I'm chasing is I'm chasing the pump. But you're chasing Apple's. You know what?
The head pump. The head pump.
That
I
rhymes.
understand.
That rhymes.
Everyone's got a different chase, but what
Everyone's got a
I
different way.
think I
Everyone
think it's
has a
unfair
splurge.
to compare AC's gym membership to
No,
you buying a
no. I don't
fucking
think so.
phone,
I
though,
don't
bro.
think so. I don't think
One
so.
is
Let me
mentally
have AC's
stable.
back
One
here
is.
for a little bit. I mean,
Oh my God, it's the same. I don't get how
It's
it's an
no,
The
no,
experience.
no.
reason
It's a different.
It's not a product that
for.
AC's buying. That's not a product. He's just
But see,
it's
I'm
a
working on
service plus an
myself.
establishment where he's getting a
Well,
membership
okay,
in.
okay. Let me tell you. Let me tell you.
Okay.
Let me tell you.
Hold on.
The reason AC doesn't buy a phone is he already like has problem looking into his phone. So why does he care about the phone?
Hey, speaking of that, look at
Now,
this.
now,
Look at
no.
what I bought. Look what I bought. I bought
Oh,
reading
nice.
glasses, bro.
I
Oh
like
Now,
my
those.
now,
I
let's
God.
like
not
those.
get bogged down with who can see and who can't, because there's a lot of people in this chat who can't fucking see.
I'm one of those.
But
By the way,
Yeah.
Taku is legally blind too, so
yeah,
at
dude.
nighttime.
All right. Well,
Anyway,
guys,
wrap it up.
I'll have to sign off.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
my
All right,
wrap it up.
guys.
my girl's being too
It's
nice, so it's strange.
All
I'm
right.
no
I'm
appreciate everyone. Taku, wrap it up. Go ahead.
Bye.
Well, this is WB4U. This was a COVID special for you guys. We love you. We appreciate you. We wanted to do something together. This actually helps our friendship. This actually helps us talk with each other. And
Yep.
if you have any comments, if you want to share anything about why you are high on buying something like a Gucci bag or some socks that are $1,000, please let us know. We are very curious.
Please.
We may do a live Q&A on this. I think this would
exactly,
be a good
because
one.
Shree doesn't.
Oh my God,
he
let's go
doesn't know
live.
himself on why he keeps buying those iPhones, and
The
I don't
sheep.
know
Okay,
myself.
buy whole thing. Buy
why
whole
I
thing.
keep
Okay.
chasing the next
So-
high, which is the
Exactly.
$342 headphones, Crusher AMCs.
42.
By the way.
Woo.
Yeah.
All right, guys, have a good one.
All right.